Hello and welcome to Wooden What You Don't Need. Today we are going to talk about this little unassuming gem by Casio and why this is the best dumb watch for EMOM training. And what the heck, you might be wondering, is EMOM. But first, let me preface that this is not a fitness channel. I am not a fitness expert. Heck, I'm not even that fit. But I like watches. I like Casio watches, I like G-Shocks, and I don't own or plan to own in the next future a smartwatch. But I use this a lot for exercising, and I just found out the other day that this is so very useful for a kind of training called EMOM, which means every minute on the minute. And while I speak, you will see some b-rolls, and this is one of my first experiments with b-rolls, so you will see some very bad footage on the side of the screen, and it's me doing either pull-ups or parallel bar dips. And how did I use this precious little gem? Well, I used the timer, and on this watch, if you go to timer mode, you can see that there's a small symbol here. It's like two arrows chasing themselves, and this is the repeat mode on the timer. This means that if you put your timer for 1 minute, when that minute is over, the watch will beep for 10 seconds, if I'm not wrong. And then when the repeat mode is on, it will start counting down again automatically. This allows you for doing this EMOM, which is doing some kind of exercise, like a set of push-ups or pull-ups or whatever you want to do, every minute when the beeping of the minute is heard. And then when you're done with that set, you wait until the next beep comes along. Now let's hear the beep.
The beep of the G-Shock.
This is very useful because you can really amass a significant amount of exercise volume almost without realizing it.
So as you can see from the home screen of my trusty G2900, it's the same day in which I did push-ups, and then I had to stop because a guy had come to work out and he needed to use the bar, and I don't want people to see that I'm filming myself. It's kind of stupid. So I stopped there, did some more sets of pull-ups without filming myself, and now we're doing dips. It's quite dark. Maybe I can show you the moon. It's a full moon, or almost a full moon. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have my Casio GWX 5700, which would tell us that today the moon is full, or almost full. Like, there's the dip bars, and it's almost pitch black. And this is why we use the illuminator function like this. So I will go to timer mode. Timer mode set on repeat, and let's do some EMOM. After the first set I will start it.
Why they release them?
Say Ben. I found a friend, feline friend. Say hello to the camera.
I find this timer with auto repeat so useful because you just don't have to think about anything. You do your set, and then when you're done, you think only about resting. And when it beeps again, automatically you start doing your next set.
So having the local time always displayed is very useful because, for example, I know that my daughter finishes her piano lesson at 6 o'clock. And I have to walk 5 minutes from the bars here to the music school, and therefore I can always be aware of what time it is without having to switch display mode.
And that's that. I don't know what you should do actually, but what I do is I choose a number of repetitions which is quite comfortable for me, so that I will only start to get tired and my form of executing the exercise will go
To SHIT.
only towards the 8th or 9th set, and then I will continue exercising. In the second B-roll that you see, it was shot at night. The footage was shot at night, and I was saying to myself, oh, if only this watch had the auto illuminator function, this would be perfect, really the perfect watch for EMOM, because it would allow me to have also a visual signal for when it's dark. I thought this watch didn't have the auto illuminator, but lo and behold, it does. I found out yesterday when I just wrote on Google Casio G2900, and an image came, I think it was from the Casio site, and there was the home screen like this, displaying, everything that the home screen displays, but it had this auto and then the symbol up there for auto illumination. And so I said to myself, oh, the G2900 really does have the auto illumination. And how do you switch it on or off? Simply by pushing the light button, which is this gray button with the red G in this case here. Other color variants have other color schemes for this button. So if you keep it pressed for, I don't know, a couple of seconds, auto functions is turned off. Press it again, auto function is turned on. This also allows, when it's dark or if you are in a dark place, let's try it. When you turn the watch 45, yeah, did you see it? The light will turn on automatically. I don't know if it is visible. Yes, it is. See, I just turn to check the time and the light goes on. See? So all in all, this is a great little watch. It is not too big. It is a G-Shock, so 10-year battery life, water resistant to 200 meters. It can take a fall from 10 meters, and as we all know, even more than 10 meters. This one in particular, and let me put it on my wrist, is not too big. So if you have a 6.5-inch wrist like mine, which is small, maybe even if you have a 6-inch wrist, this does not look too big at all. It looks killer, it fits perfectly, it's very comfortable, and you can train EMOM with this every minute on the minute. It's a very effective way of training for amassing volume and not getting too tired too soon. And in the next episode, I will talk about not this very watch.
3, 2, 1. Blinking light, and the timer has begun counting down again. Isn't this amazing? Thank you, Casio.
Which is the DW5750, if I'm not mistaken, but its younger and more technological sibling, which is the GWX5700. And the GWX is very, very useful for yet another way of training because it has an even more sophisticated countdown timer. Yeah, so the GWX with its awesome timer will be featured in one of the next episodes of Wooden, What You Don't Need. So, do not overlook the G2900. It is a cheaper G-Shock, but still a G-Shock with awesome features. And I'm glad I have two of these, which I both used. Now they look as new. I'll see you on the next of Wooden, What You Don't Need. Ciao.